Chaos erupting in Tennessee's state capitol, where lawmakers just passed a bill that would allow teachers to carry concealed handguns in schools.
This is the reaction of rage, hurt, and anger.
Emotions were high as protesters descended on the House gallery, waving signs as House representatives voted 68 to 28 to pass the bill, following the state Senate's lead. It's one of the biggest pro-gun moves by the state since the tragic shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville last year that killed 6.
We are being blamed for putting guns in schools, but the purpose of it is to protect our children.
32 other states passed legislation allowing teachers to carry guns in schools, as states across the country grapple with how to address school violence. If signed by the governor, the Tennessee law would allow teachers to carry guns in schools where top administrators agree. The teachers would be required to have a permit, do training, and get a background check and mental health evaluation.
Currently, it's just one of those gun-free zones where people know they can go there and take advantage of folks.
The bill now heads to Governor Bill Lee's desk, who is expected to sign it soon.
Every person that dies at the hand of a gun in this state, it's on their hands.
Tennessee becoming the next state to arm educators in America. Priya Sridhar, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.